Part 3. Life Outside the Garden. Do you remember why God's people had to leave God's place? God drove Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden because they disobeyed him and rejected him as king. And everything God warned them about, disobeying his word, came true. Adam and Eve were now separated from God and began having difficulty with each other. Raising children was hard. Finding food was even harder. And their coming death was now beginning to make their bodies grow older. Life outside the garden was terrible. Now Adam and Eve ruled the world in evil ways, and they had children who did just the same. Their children and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren all turned away from God. Outside the garden, everyone doubted how good God was. Outside the garden, everyone disobeyed God's word. And outside the garden, everyone ruled the world in evil ways. This made God very sad. All the people of the earth had rejected him as king. So, God decided to judge all the peoples of the earth. He decided to send a big flood on the places he had made. But there was one man named Noah who listened to God. God told Noah to build a great big boat. God told Noah to put many animals on the boat. God told Noah to bring his family on the boat. And Noah did what God said. Then God judged the world. God sent a big flood of water. Everything that lived on the land died. But Noah, his family, and the animals on the boat were saved. Do you know what the flood teaches us? God will judge every single person who rejects him as king. And do you know what God's judgment teaches us? Every single person needs God's blessing. And guess what? God promised to do just that. God promised to bless all the peoples of the earth. That's it for tonight.